The White Horse and the Desert Wanderer. Extended version. At the edge of a vast desert, where the wind whispered secrets to the sand and the stars blinked like ancient eyes, there was a village forgotten by time. Its walls were made of clay, its streets of silence, and its people of routine. But in that quiet place lived a young man named Zaid, whose heart beat not for gold or glory, but for freedom. Zaid was different. While others chased trade and tradition, he chased the horizon. He would sit for hours atop the dunes, watching wild horses gallop across the distance, untamed, unbound, unreachable. Their silhouettes danced against the setting sun, and in those moments, Zaid felt alive. He had no horse of his own, only dreams. And dreams, he believed, were enough to carry a soul across any distance. One day, beneath a sun so fierce it seemed to melt the sky, Zaid wandered farther than ever before. His feet sank into the hot sand, his lips cracked from thirst. But he pressed on, drawn by something he couldn't name. And then he saw it. A white horse collapsed in the sand. Its body trembled with exhaustion. Its leg was wounded, blood mixing with dust. Its eyes, wide, wild, and strangely familiar, met Zaid's. Without hesitation, Zaid knelt beside the creature. He offered water from his flask, tore his own shirt to bandage the wound, and whispered, "You're safe now." The horse didn't flinch. It simply breathed slowly, as if surrendering to trust. Zaid named him Noor, meaning light, because even in pain, the horse glowed like moonlight on desert dunes. When Zaid returned to the village with Noor limping beside him, the people gathered in concern. "It's wild," they said. "Dangerous. Leave it." But Zaid saw not danger, only destiny. He built a shelter for Noor, fed him dates and barley, and spoke to him as one speaks to a friend. Days turned to weeks. Noor healed. And with every sunrise, their bond deepened. They began to ride together, first slowly, then with speed. Noor's hooves thundered like drums of joy. Zaid laughed like a child reborn. They raced the wind, chased the sun, and found solace in each other's silence. One evening, under a sky painted with stars, Zaid whispered, "Let's see the world together." Noor bowed his head. The journey had begun. They crossed scorching deserts, where mirages danced and scorpions watched from beneath rocks. They climbed jagged cliffs, where the air grew thin and the silence thick. They drank from rivers that sang ancient songs and slept beneath trees that remembered empires. Bandits tried to steal Noor. Zaid fought with a stick. Noor kicked with fury. Together, they escaped. Hunger came. So did storms. But they endured. In a forgotten fortress, half buried in sand, an old man appeared. His eyes held centuries. He looked at Noor, then at Zaid, and said, "Every journey demands a sacrifice. Yours will be the greatest." Zaid asked, "What do you mean?" The old man replied, "You'll know when the time comes." They moved on, unsettled but undeterred. As they climbed the mountains, a storm broke. Lightning split the sky. Thunder roared like ancient beasts. Noor slipped, falling into a ravine. Zaid screamed. He leapt down, tied ropes, pulled with all his strength. His hands bled, his muscles burned. Noor was saved, but his leg, again broken, this time worse. Zaid stayed by his side for days. No fire, no food, only love. He sang to Noor, told him stories, promised him peace. A caravan passed. Rich merchants offered Zaid gold, shelter, even a new horse. "Trade him," they said. "He's broken." Zaid looked at Noor, then at the merchants, and said, "Noor is not a possession. He is my soul." Eventually, they reached a valley untouched by war or greed, a place of peace. The villagers welcomed them. Zaid became a teacher. Noor, a legend. Children rode Nur. He danced with them, gentle and proud. He taught them courage without words. Zayd taught them wisdom with stories. Years flowed like rivers. Zayd aged. His hair turned silver. His steps slowed. Nur remained strong, but his gallop became a trot. One twilight, Zayd sat beside Nur and said, "My time is near, but you must live. Run free. Find the horizon." Nur didn't move. He lay beside Zayd, eyes closed, heart heavy. Zayd smiled. "You taught me what love truly means." That night, Zayd passed away beneath the stars. Nur stopped eating, stopped moving. He stood vigil for 3 days. Then, in the same spot, he lay down and never rose again. They say, when the moon is full and the desert wind sings, you can see them, Zayd and Nur, riding across the dunes. 2 souls, 1 bond, eternal. A man and his horse. A tale of loyalty, sacrifice, and love that defied time itself.